To eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Monday to you, Mountain family. My name's Amelia Lee here with you on this June 9th. It is 5 o'clock this morning and it's time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall. Megan, it was a bit of a foggy start to our Monday.
Yeah, I knew you were going to bring that up, so I made sure that my first graphic to show you guys was how much fog that you can expect as you're heading out the door. Here's a look at that current visibility this morning. Densest fog will be as you're traveling more towards that Kentucky-Tennessee border. I know this morning it was very foggy here in Hazard, so just be careful if you're heading out the door. And the good news is, while we have fog, we do not have rain right now, and that's a trend that will be changing as we're heading into the afternoon, seeing some rain and storm chances returning into the forecast alongside of cooler temperatures tomorrow. But for today, we're looking at temperatures mainly in the upper 50s, low 60s. Warmest temperatures right now, 63 for Jacksboro, Whitesburg, and Pikeville. This afternoon, though, we will see temperatures in the low to mid 80s. So it's going to be a little bit of a warmer day, but remember, temperatures will be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Here's a look at that breakdown for your Monday. See those temperatures warm up, hitting the high around 1 p.m. before those rain chances ramp up and move through the region. Amelia.
It was just over 3 weeks ago when a deadly EF4 tornado was rolling through southern Kentucky. Former WYMT Chief Meteorologist Shane Smith was tracking the storm in his hometown. In all his years of covering weather events, he says nothing compares to what happened the night of May 16th.
Nothing in what I've seen since I've been doing this professionally compares to just the sheer scope of seeing a mile-wide path just carved out of the earth. That has been damage I've never seen before. I've seen flood damage. I've seen snow pile up almost knee high. I've seen wind knock trees over. I've seen derechos cause power outages that have lasted weeks. I have never until this storm seen that large and that violent of a tornado, and I hope I never have to see it around here again.
You can hear that full interview with Shane tonight at 7 on Issues and Answers. Officials are now reviewing how they responded after the deadly tornado. In Palaski County, officials say more weather spotters would have prepared the county. Ben Beddoes explains.
It's been 3 weeks since a tornado moved through parts of Pulaski County. Now, Pulaski County is asking the community to help with spotting storms in the future, as they say it'll improve their responses to future disasters.
There's always room for improvement. I don't think anybody ever plays at a perfect response. And so one of the things that got my attention was there wasn't a lot of information flowing in that I could then turn around and give back to the folks that were on the ground saying, here's what I'm being told, here's what they're seeing.
Mason says you can never get too much information about what may be going on in the county.
You know, it seems like you're getting an overload of information. It's, in my view, it's better than no information. You can take that overload and say, okay, I have this, and this coming in. It's consistent with, I have, 5 storm spotters are telling me the same thing. There's probably something there.
Mason says having storm spotters are especially important considering the size of Pulaski County.
The county is a huge county. We're 653 square miles of folks. A fair amount of it is rural. And I just can't, I think having more folks that can tell us what's going on and what they're seeing, especially, with proper training, that only benefits this county, benefits this agency, benefits the citizens as a whole.
It's all about the future and how emergency management can do an even better job responding to disasters like we saw 3 weeks ago. For WKYT, I'm Ben Beddoes.
Mason says he's working to get more information on how you can become a weather spotter. He says it'll be posted to their emergency management webpage and their Facebook page. Kentucky Congressman Hal Rogers is looking into staffing levels at the National Weather Service. On Thursday, he asked U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick about the staffing levels.
What can we do about that? What steps are being taken to ensure NOAA's local weather forecast offices have the resources, the technology, and staffing to issue timely, accurate warnings and protect lives in communities?
In response, Secretary Lutnick said no meteorologist or hydrologist have been fired at the National Weather Service, and the less than 5% decided to retire early. Secretary Lutnick adding that important technological advancements that are expected to be made during the next year will advance forecasting accuracy. 20 people died as a result of the severe weather last month, with hundreds of homes damaged or destroyed. But groups continue to come out and support tornado victims. Todd Woolston, pastor and founder of Coastal Virginia Recovery, started an outreach after feeling led spiritually to respond to areas hit by natural disasters in the United States. The team is still actively helping those in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene, but will move their crews to Laurel and Pulaski counties this week.
So we also had our same church attorney draft up a contract that as long as the church was approved, if they can get there before we can, they can take our trailers, our equipment, they can lease them for $1 and just bring them back in good condition. We really feel like we're supposed to be hope in chaos.
Nonprofit is entirely volunteer-based. Any person from any church can reach out to get connected with their outreach. The nonprofit Roscoe's Daughter hosted a relief event for tornado survivors Friday. From 11 until 3 at the Knox County Sportsplex, folks came together for Stronger Together, a community outreach event. They collected new items for tornado relief in a Facebook post. Roscoe's Daughter said gift cards and kids' toys are some of the most needed items. The organization says everything donated at the event will be delivered to tornado-hit areas this week. The Kentucky Department of Juvenile Justice wants to build a 24-bed mental health facility for kids in their custody. They're still working to nail down the costs, but the department currently estimates it could cost $35 million to build and $12 million to staff and maintain. Commissioner Randy White says the need for this specialized care comes in surges, so he wasn't able to provide an estimate on how many kids need these services now. Right now, kids that need the services have to be sent out of the state.
If we're fortunate enough to obtain a bed and position and treatment for these individuals, we have to send them far away from their support base, far away from their homes. It could be somewhat traumatic for them to move that distance.
White says the wait can delay treatment and staying in the detention center is not favorable for that. Well, thanks for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning at 5.